Deep in the forests of North America, a creature is said to exist. A creature that people are encountering.
Seriously, look how big it is.
With far too many reports to ignore, there are elements of truth behind these accounts that mankind can no longer
It's
ignore.
created almost this obsession where I need to find out
Could a
more.
breeding population of large, upright, hairy hominids really exist in North America? Or is there something more paranormal at work here, deep in the woods? If just one footprint, one wood knock, or one howl is real, then man's understanding of primate evolution would be changed forever. Join Glenn Purcell and the Catskill Appalachian Research Collective as they delve further into the mysteries of Bigfoot and other paranormal phenomena through the eyes of witnesses, investigators, critics, and skeptics. Join us as we look to discover what lurks from behind tall trees.
Tall trees?
I
Are
don't
we in the woods
understand.
again?
No, I want to know. Do you hear the loop that happens in that video?
Yes.
Why is it looping? I don't understand. Never mind.
It's your computer.
I'm not even talking right now.
We're echoing. Now we have no volume. Unmute yourself. I can't hear you. You did something to your mic and it just went. Nothing. And you got a red light on it, green light. Your mic went dead. Are you muted? It's your doll behind you controlling the volume. That's the best you sounded in a long time. And if we are live, I'm in trouble because she's going to kill me. I can't hear you. Nope. But anyhow, I'm Bill Rigby, founder of the Agents of the Unexplained. That's Gwen Purcell, who screwed up her mic somehow. What do you want me to talk about while you're figuring this out? Give me hand signals. Don't flip me off. Just give me hand signals. One. Oh, I'm number one. Yes, I understand that. Man, I bet you when her volume comes back, she's going to be blasting us out. We're at 4 minutes and you haven't said a word. Thank you, Lord. She's going to beat me, she said. I've read those lips. Nothing. Blame your husband. Better yet, blame your exchange student. Yeah. As she's trying to figure out the technical difficulties, I'm going to say something right now. Denny Viglo was supposed to be on. He's having technical difficulties too. So she asked me to join in. I'm happy to be here. I'm enjoying the silence from her right now because we were on a podcast together and she did nothing but dog me out. So the silence is great. Golden, baby, golden. She's still quiet. Her mouth's moving, but you can't hear her. But hello, Dave Lester. Your new. I can't even talk either. Yeah, she's trying to get her voice going, Deb. I don't understand it either. Dave, that's your new name, huh? For YouTube.
Okay.
You're trying to. Oh my God, she's back. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna beat you. I had to take it off my microphone.
Yeah,
I got this snazzy new microphone, and it worked earlier today when I was on it with a StreamYard meeting with somebody else, and now I can't get it to work. I don't know what's happening.
Put it in the
I
box.
just work here apparently.
Virginia Cryptid and Paranormal Research is Dave Lester's new YouTube name.
Oh, very nice. Hey, Dave.
So, as I was saying, there are technical difficulties with Denny.
Deborah, if you could have heard the things I was saying.
I was reading your lips, especially some of the comments I was saying.
Like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't even know.
But anyhow, with Denny Viglo, I can honestly say it is strange Kinzu up there. I've been up there with him. I stayed at his place, and so, man, I'm feedback.
You're getting feedback.
Yeah, I can hear myself. You can't turn.
Think the government doesn't want me to do this show. Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh!
I don't know what happened earlier right before it died. You went into echo mode. Started
I don't know
echoing.
what's happening. This thing is brand freaking new. Like, this is the second podcast I'd be using it on, and I don't understand what's happening. But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is a slight feedback, but it's gone now. I don't know what the hell you did.
I don't know. I just was hitting buttons until I figured something out.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you want to talk about, Gwen?
I don't know. Whatever. Hey, let's talk about this until we can figure out what's going on with Denny. I'm starting to think the government doesn't want him and I talking.
Maybe because he got a lot of information up there, and I've seen the pictures, the videos, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of, and for the people that don't like swearing, there's a lot of shit happening up there. Oh, it's crazy. And it's interesting, but it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I got his book here. I'm like all ready to. That's Denny's book right there. If you haven't read it, you should really go read it because it's really freaking cool.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of photographs in here of evidence that he's collected. So it's pretty cool. Full of stuff. You really should get it.
And that old man, he just keeps on going.
Oh my gosh.
You can't slow him down.
Yeah, no. You
God
can't
bless him.
He's crazy. But that's what I love about him.
Yeah. He's very interesting fella. No, I'll guarantee it. But anyhow, I want to talk about something.
Go ahead.
I got to get this off my chest. The Penn Ohio Paranormal Conference 3. Is that him? Is Denny coming?
No, he's not there. So hold on. I'm just hoping it pops in. When he popped in earlier, he was frozen. So.
Oh, let's get him in here.
Well, I'm trying. I sent him a new link and everything, so I'm hoping.
Yeah. He just sent you a message back?
No.
But the Penn Ohio Paranormal Conference 3, which is going to be in Brookfield, Ohio this year. And by the way, they did sold the building to the school. But we still have
what day
March
is that?
29th, 2025. We're going to have like 100 vendors. And we got a bunch
He
of great
disappeared again.
sponsors. Yep. Got a bunch of great sponsors. And I just booked a lady from Aurora, Illinois, Chicago area. Coming. We got people coming from New Jersey. I got a great lineup of speakers except for one.
I'm going to beat you. He's talking about me, people. He's talking about me. I'm going to be the best speaker you got.
We got Amy Boo, Fred Saluga.
Oh, I can't top Amy, man. I can't, or Fred. I can't talk to you.
Danny.
That's my class right there. I can't top those two.
Danny and Dale. Donnie and Dale. Oh my God.
I was like, who?
Donnie and Dale from Haunted Hillview Manor. And Jim Sparks, Sparky. He's a paranormal and Bigfoot researcher with a lot of, he's a great researcher. I've been out with him a few times and I enjoy going out because we look at things pretty much alike and study it. We do study what we're looking at. Then I got Gwen.
Wow.
And it runs on March 29th. I think she's speaking March 30th.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Oh, look who's here. Ohio Bigfoot researchers.
Hey!
It must be Tim. I think it's Tim.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
My brother from another mother.
Yeah. But
oh, maybe Denny's coming back.
Please, Denny, get in here.
I know.
I can only brag about you so much. You got all the evidence.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I am working on pulling up your thing here.
How you doing, Tim? I can't remember whose internet provider is.
Honestly, I seriously think that we're just not meant to have a conversation on here because the last time he was experiencing a really bad storm and lost his internet. And now I was having audio problems. He's having audio and visual problems. Like, I don't know what's happening.
But no, that's enough about the paranormal
No.
conference.
You just hold on there, sunshine.
I got it.
Logo here.
Oh, yes, she does. I forgot I said that to her.
And I got your banner here. There it is. The website for the conference.
Yep. And I want to thank Gwen for doing all the hard work on the website.
It's still a work in progress.
Yes, because I got to keep calling her bad names to get her working.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm a terrible friend.
But, you know, the last few times I've done presentations, I talked about the paranormal Bigfoot. Yeah, I believe they're flesh and blood, but that's what I believe. But I'm open-minded, too, to, you know, like this book, Silent Invasion, from Stan Gordon. This is a really good book about the UFO Bigfoot case books, okay? The thing is, you got a lot of this crap happening up around Denny's, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm very open-minded to that. I owe you, Tim. But anyhow, I'm trying to figure out why this is all coordinating together.
Yeah.
You know, and even though I believe they're flesh and blood, can they jump through portals? Are they interdimensional or alien? I don't know. And I tell people, I don't know. I'm no expert.
Right.
Some people say they're experts on Bigfoot and UFOs and all that.
There is no expert.
No, there is none. And we were supposed to be on a podcast together with one the other night that says he's an expert.
Yeah.
But that's why I was looking forward to him being there. But he had technical difficulties. And Tim knows how I feel about that.
Yeah, they can, Tim.
Yes, they can. They can do a lot. Like touching the side of his truck with Jim's 2 sitting on the back end of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely got to be open-minded until we get answers through the research.
You have to. These people that will camp out in one camp or another camp, they're really missing the bigger picture, because I refuse to camp out in any of those camps. I mean, I would love it to be flesh and blood. Really, I would. I would love to have it beam down out of a UFO so that we can go, haha, that's how he's doing it. But the fact of the matter is, none of us know.
That's right.
And one of us is going to be right and the rest of us is going to be wrong. Why are we arguing and fighting about it? We should be working together to get to the answers.
And that's what I throw out during my presentations on this.
Right.
We actually got 4 factions out there. You got your flesh and blood. You got your interdimensional. You got your extraterrestrial. Then you got my faction. We don't know. Because we don't really know.
And that's not just because the leader of that faction, Mr. Bill Rigby, doesn't know anything.
I admit that. I admit that all the time.
I'm just picking on. We lost Denny again. This is really
that.
Lucky.
I bet he's going nuts trying to get it for work.
I know.
I know he is. He's
I actually asked him today if he wants to come to my conference in 2026 and speak at my conference, because I'm already thinking about who I'm going to have. So
I pretty much got my lineup for 2026.
Am I on it?
No, you're on 2025.
Yeah, well, that's stupid. Anyhow.
And Tim still thinks they can mind speak, which I'm not doubting. I know they can do infrasound. Tim, you and me talked about that and how I got hit with it twice.
Yeah, I've been hit with it twice.
The thing is, we don't know. We don't know all these years, and we really don't have much.
We're no closer to the answer than we were 50 years ago.
Nah.
It's crazy. However, Bill, speaking of this mind speak thing, I think I shared with Tim this story. I don't know if I shared this story with you or not. I know I didn't share this story with Denny. So if he can get on here, I'll share this. I was in the Allegheny National Forest in October, the first weekend of October, with a group of guys that we were researching. And unfortunately, the leader of that expedition wasn't interested in going to see where Denny was and Denny's claim. So we did not get to do that, which really bummed me out because I really wanted to go and check out Denny's claims. However, I digress. I was in my tent sleeping on Friday night. Now, I bought a tent that attaches to the back of my truck. So it's got magnets and it attaches to your car, and you can leave your hatch open and you can sleep inside your car, but then you can have I put my potty. I have one of those tear down potties. I put my potty in there. So I have my own personal, space. And I was sleeping on Friday night and it was probably 4:00 in the morning. And out of nowhere, something yelled very loudly into my ear, "Hey." I sat straight up because I was like, what the hell was that? Because it was loud. And I'm looking around and there's nobody out. The fire's dead. Everybody's in their tents. I don't see anything. I don't see anyone. And I'm like, what the hell's happening? Like, because this has never happened to me before. Never. And I was not sure of this mind speak stuff because I have never experienced it for myself. And I'm still not sure that that's what it was. I'm like, it just threw me for a loop, honest to God. I just kind of like looked around and I was like, listen, whatever you are, whatever you want, like, I'm not now. Like, we're not doing this now. Right. And I laid back down and went to sleep and I had no trouble sleeping. I, woke up in the morning and I was with Paul Bogdan. So we went for breakfast and I was in Paul's car with him and he was talking to me and I said, you are not going to believe what happened last night. And he was like, what? And I told him and he was like, wow. Like, and I'm like, Paul, this has never happened before. I'm not saying that Bigfoot screamed into my ear, but something wanted my attention. And I don't know what that was, but I'm telling you, it sounded like it was next to me in the car, yelling in my ear. It was loud. I mean, I sat straight up.
Well, I believe they can do that because of the infrasound.
Right.
I
But
believe
I've
they
never
can do a lot.
experienced that. I've never experienced that before.
I haven't experienced that myself.
It kind of threw me.
But the thing is, I believe they can do more than we realize.
Right. I agree. Yeah. I think they have capabilities that we just don't understand.
I think we lost those capabilities through years and years and years because I believe we could have done that stuff ourselves.
Right.
But, as humans develop, they lose more.
When I think when you're children, I know children have a lot of like paranormal things happen to them because they're innocent and they're open. You know what I mean? They're not afraid and they don't block things out. So it's very easy for an entity to communicate with a child or show themselves to a child because a child isn't blocked off.
Right. Well, I know you heard this story of the time I had that dream premonition of a friend of ours getting killed when I was a teenager. So yeah, I believe we're more open as a kid and teenager and that. And as a teenager, that premonition, and I get up in the morning and I ask my mom, did Timmy get killed? And no. Well, that night he did.
Oh my gosh.
That's the way I dreamed. So for 3 nights, I did not sleep. I was afraid to go to sleep because someone else might die. And I've talked to quite a few people in the last year about trying to open that back up again because I closed it off. They said, yeah, you can close it off. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up closing it off.
Right.
And I've been working on opening that part of my visions up again.
Me too. And I'm learning a lot, actually.
Yes. And it's just, it's just crazy that I blocked it off. But at that age, I didn't understand it.
Right.
I had this medium on my podcast. Actually, she was at my event last year and we're going to start doing once a month a podcast with her, and she has helped me. And
nice.
So, yeah, if we can keep an open mind, clean around, even though if we get these premonitions, we should.
So I want to tell you something. Tim reminded me. He wants me to tell the story.
Right, so, sitting on the tailgate.
Well, this was 2 nights in a row. So the first night we had that Bigfoot come with like 7 feet from us and touch his truck. We lifted the prints. That was on like Friday night, I believe, Tim. And then Saturday night we go back out And we are all in a spot where now I've been told over the years that I have abilities that I need to develop, and I've been working on them very consciously over the last year or so. I see a picture of Denny, but I don't see, he's not moving, and I don't hear him.
It's not even buffering on there.
So we are sitting along the wood line, and there's a picture of him, but he's frozen. And there is, I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling like something is there. And I start like kind of rocking back and forth like this. Yeah. And Tim's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, there's something to my right. It's maybe 40 or 50 yards into the wood line. And he's like, tell me what you see. And I'm like, it's young. Like it's real young. Like I would have said maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, maybe. And he was, I got very emotional. Like I could feel like what this creature was feeling. And it was very anxious and scared. And then I felt something to the left of us across the road. And it was a little bit older, like, I don't know, 12, 13-ish.
Yeah.
And it was just watching us. And then I felt like there was one behind us, a little bit older, but still not an adult, like maybe 15, 16 years old. And Old Bear came over and thermaled the woods to see if what I was saying was accurate. And he says he saw it and that it was rocking back and forth. I didn't see the thermal, so I can't validate that for myself, but he says he saw it. I got very emotional, and I started to cry because I could feel how scared this thing was. Right. And all of a sudden, I could just feel it, this pounding, like storming through the woods, like Papa Bear was coming. And it was just crazy. And I was like, I think the dad's coming, because he was barreling for us. And they were like, you got to try and talk to him and slow him down, because if he gets here and we're all here, I want you to know that this was completely crazy for me, because I have never experienced this before, not ever. So this was all very weird for me. And I literally shook because I was so, I didn't know what was happening. And I did put out intention to whatever it was that was coming, that we're not there to hurt anybody. I think we drove, when we were driving down the road, I think we separated them. The young ones. I think we separated them, and that littlest one was freaking out.
Where was it, near Morgan's Knob?
No, I'm not sure what road that was.
Tim, do you remember what road?
I'm telling you, it was absolutely insane. And I recently went to Maryland and camped out with a group of ladies, and the one lady was there at Ohio when this all happened, and she said
51,
to me,
I knew it.
Is it 51?
Yeah, I knew it.
She said to me, that was the craziest thing. She said, and you could tell that what you were experiencing was absolutely the truth, because you were physically crying. I was physically affected by whatever it was. I was bawling. I'm sitting on the tailgate just crying and shaking and rocking back and forth. Tip, I'm telling you, it was nothing I've ever experienced before.
A lot of stuff like that happens on 51. It happened to me when your friend Mary Fabian was with me. And I says, they're there. And it's like craziness, total craziness.
It was absolutely. But since that camping trip, I'm going to tell you this other story. And I don't know if Tim wants me to tell it, but I'm going to tell it anyway. I went to Eric Altman's event, that Bigfoot camping adventure. Yeah. I went by myself. I was camping in my car again. I was there by myself. I was not vendoring, so I was just there enjoying the event, which was very nice, by the way. not having to vendor and man a table. And Tim had had surgery, and he literally had like a hole in his skull. And I don't get headaches. I very, very, very rarely get a headache. It's really rare. But at this event, I'm walking around and I'm like, oh my God, my freaking, like the left side of my head is killing me. Like I got a headache. I sat down at the event and sat with Sean Forker all afternoon. I didn't even walk around because my head was just killing me. So I get on Facebook and I see Renee post that Tim's at the hospital. Still doesn't dawn on me, right? No idea what's happening. And then all of a sudden it strikes me that, wait, I know Tim had surgery on his head. So I call Renee. Tim answers the phone. I said, what side of your head is this on? And he goes, it's my left side. Here he had started to hemorrhage blood, and he also was having a headache. So since then, whenever I have a headache or something happens or I don't feel good, I call Tim and go, are you okay? Because something happened and I don't know what it is, but somehow we are now connected. And when Tim is hurting, I feel it.
Wow.
And I called him just this week and went, are you okay? Because I had a headache this week.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's something come up.
So these events are really bizarre. They're very strange. I have never had these events happen before. Frankly, I'm still kind of petrified and scared to death. But since that camping trip in Ohio in August, very weird things have been happening. Just today, I had my dog outside because he was not feeling well and he was trying to eat all this grass. And I heard a tree knock from behind the chicken coop where most of the activity happens. And I just kind of stood there looking at the tree line like, I know you're there. I got you. You're there. This is their time of year. So, I mean, Christmas Eve 2 years ago, I got them on trail cameras staring at my house while people were arriving for Christmas Eve dinner. So
they wanted to come in and eat too.
Well, they are welcome, but there's going to be photos and beer or whiskey because I'm going to need to drink a lot of whiskey when Bigfoot is sitting at my kitchen table.
All right. Yeah. Now, Virginia, put that up. Put that up on this.
Oh, that camping trip. Listen, the camping trip with at Eric Altman's. So I got to tell you this. So I'm sitting around my campfire. I'm all by myself. It is pitch freaking black. You can't see shit. And I talked to Tim. And Tim said, did you get a visitor at your truck last night? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think so. And he's like, no, something came up to your car while you were sleeping. And I was like, you're freaking me out. He goes, and whatever it was not nice. And I'm like, shit. So I'm sitting there all by myself. There's the campers around me are all in their tents sleeping. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable anymore. So I got in my truck. I slept in my truck. I locked all the doors. I barricaded the sides of the tent at the back of my truck so that if he does break into my tent, he's going to have to fall over shit first, which give me time to climb out the side door, right? So when I woke up in the morning, I'm still thinking about what Tim said to me about something walking up to my car. So I go over to that side of my car, and I'm not even kidding, and I have pictures to prove it. There were footprints walking up to my car.
Okay, I can believe that because you're a magnet for that crap.
And I was like...
you know what I'm talking about.
I snapped photos, sent them to Tim, and I was like, what the hell? Like, it was insane. But Tim knew that they had come up to my vehicle.
you're a magnet for that. Look at when we were parked next to each other camping.
Oh, I know.
And got it on the night vision thermal camera being beside mine, and then going around mine, going in front of yours.
Yeah,
It's neither one of us. Well, you saw the big blockage
yeah
of it, and I didn't know. Hell, I was sleeping. Who cares? Just don't wake me up.
Yeah.
But you, the handprint on your vehicle.
That was not.
Yeah.
That was not seriously crazy.
Yeah. We had all kind of good experience at Salt Fork.
Oh my God. Bill, so much has happened in the last 8 months on this Bigfoot journey of mine. So many weird things that I have never experienced before. You're aware of the eye shine that was outside my bedroom window one night that didn't have a body? There was no body, but there was 2 eyes looking at me.
Yeah.
And then the handprint that happened while I was standing right there, but there was nothing there. Bill, what the hell is this thing? Like, I want to say flesh and blood every day, all day long. I would love to say, but I'm telling you, the deeper I get into this mess, it's just to bear my ass.
That's for Dave.
The more I'm questioning absolutely everything.
Yeah. We got to question every damn thing when it comes down to it. Everything.
Yeah.
Because we don't know a damn thing. And, the infrasound. By the way, Dave, I sell these shirts because my sighting was 15 feet from me. You sure it wasn't a bear? Shut up, you son of a bitch.
Look, dude, I've seen bears in the woods, and the things that I have seen are not bears.
Yes, not.
I'm telling you right now.
Jesus Christ, I had a 500-pound one almost walked up on my deck of my camper.
He was hungry, Bill. He wanted some chicken legs. And you got the chicken legs.
Yes, I got the chicken legs. I was going to go there, but you beat me to it. But no, seriously, people are idiots.
Well, you can say that again.
No, seriously, when it comes to not the skeptics, but the non-believers. And one dude said to me, a young guy, no, Mr. Brave dude.
Oh, geez.
My
favorite.
Why didn't you take a picture? 15 feet from it? I want to get the hell away.
Right.
I didn't think about that.
The one I saw was several hundred yards away. And I had my phone in my hand, and never one time did it dawn on me to snap a damn photo.
Now, wait a minute.
I was staring at
you take a picture of a bee flying off a flower, and you wouldn't take a picture of a Bigfoot a couple hundred yards away? What the hell is your problem, woman?
Dude,
Come on.
I was so captivated by what I was seeing and so unbelieving.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching this thing and I'm thinking, what the hell is that? And like, my mind is going 90,000 miles a minute. I'm like, that's not a bear. Bears don't walk like that. Bears don't walk that fast. That's not anything. Like, I'm running through every animal that I'm aware of in this area, and nothing.
I'm laughing because the same shit happened to me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell everyone right now, this man does not get scared. I do not. That scared the living shit out of me.
You're right. You're right, Dave. Yeah. Non-believers don't do what we do.
During the day, oh my God, at night. We had that discussion the other night.
Yep.
You and me and Leah. The woods is totally different at night.
Oh, it's a
so
whole
these non-believers would die. They would die.
Probably of a heart attack before anything else.
Or tripping and falling down, hitting their heads because they couldn't figure out which way to
They
go.
couldn't run fast enough out of the woods.
We really did, Dave. That's funny because yeah. And the thing is that we know what we saw at the time We know what we're seeing at the time, but we don't know what
Denny.
we're seeing.
Hold on. Hey, Denny. He's calling me on Facebook Messenger, but you see, he's not even showing up on my freaking phone.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
Wait a minute.
I answered it. He's not there, though.
Okay, hold it.
Oh, wait, there he is.
There's Denny.
There he is.
Hey, Denny.
Hey, buddy.
I was getting ready to hit Facebook Messenger and try calling him.
That thing that you're using.
I know.
I didn't have no problem with this.
Yeah, I didn't. I was on here earlier today and had no problem whatsoever. But tonight, when I went to get on the show, Bill couldn't hear me. I couldn't get my microphone connected at all. And then you were having all those connection issues. I'm seriously starting to think nobody wants us to talk.
I'm beginning to believe you. I really do.
I think somebody does not want us communicating.
Denny, we bragged you up too, brother.
Yeah, Bill's still in there. We're kind of holding down the fort. I'm trying to turn you around here. So it doesn't. Oh, I don't want to lose you, that's for sure, because who knows if we'll get connected again.
I can't see Bill, but I can see you.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn, because you're on my cell phone, so I'm trying to turn the cell phone around so you can see the screen maybe, but it doesn't go up high enough.
Okay.
Can you see Bill now?
Oh, I can see Bill.
Okay. As long as you can see, that's good.
I feel sorry for you. You got to look at me, Denny.
Can you hear Denny okay?
We can always invite him in.
Yeah.
You mean for the spring?
Denny, I'm coming back up there.
Well, I'm making a special trip in the spring.
Hello?
Hello, Denny. Can you still hear us?
No, we can actually invite.
Yeah, but we have quite a few viewers here that we can't invite. So I'm trying to can everybody hear Denny? Can everybody hear?
A little bit.
I'm going to try to invite Bill.
I will come.
Well, in the spring, Bill, I'm putting together a team that we're going to go up there. We're not going with that guy that was there in October. We're going without that guy. And we're going to go and camp with Denny and at Denny's house. And we're going to check this shit out. Because I want to see this stuff. And I want to document the crap out of it. GoPros, video cameras, like documentation like crazy.
It needs that. It needs that.
It does need that.
Denny's place and his research area is so phenomenal. It is. Even where he lives.
Yeah.
I'll testify to that. That is one hell of a place.
And Jeff and Julie, like, honestly, Denny came to the camp. I think you had left at that point, Bill.
Yeah.
I think you were feeling good. You left. Denny comes over and drops 9,000 bombs on me. He's like, all this stuff. This happens. And I'm floored because I'm like, what? And then he goes, I'm going to go eat some ice cream. And he leaves. And I'm like sitting there at camp going, what the hell just happened? Like, I felt like a nuclear warhead got dropped.
Well, Jeff and Jolie said
well, that's just it. You know, Jeff and Julie come out later, and I'm like, you two. And they're like, what? And I'm like, you could have warned me that a nuclear warhead was about to happen. And he goes, you meant Denny. And I said, yeah. And he goes, he can prove everything he says. And
well, so can Jeff and Jolie.
Yeah.
So can Jeff and Jolie. That place up there is crazy.
Yeah. The stories
Yeah.
from Kinzu are crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And when Denny says it's strange, strange Kinzu, it is very strange up there. And it gets very creepy.
Yeah. I'm excited. I want to go.
Can everybody be here?
Can everybody hear Denny?
I can.
I have him on the cell phone, so I'm trying to.
Tim, that's Dave Lester.
Yeah, that's Dave Lester, him. I don't know if anybody can hear you, Denny.
Dave did say not really earlier.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he actually has a picture of the portals. I don't know if he showed you that night or not.
No.
Of the trees.
Yeah.
There has to be a portal the way the trees are and that lighting and everything. And I mean, they were taken within seconds of each other.
Like, I don't know if people can see this. This isn't Denny's book. Now, I'm not going to show a whole lot because I want people to buy this book because it's very, now, I'm very technologically
right up
challenged.
there.
So,
Right there.
Right there. I'm not going to move. So these are just some footprints that he has found in the bed of the lake that's there, that they drain it.
The winter pole.
Yeah.
It's the winter pole. He
These
finds
footprints.
this.
Go ahead, Denny.
Everything that
He's breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up, buddy. Yeah, these footprints are inverted. They're not they're not pushed down into the mud. They are pushed up out of the mud. Which to me is absolutely insane.
Other places have that out west, and I don't know how that can happen. Other than, water pushed it up. From the impression down, the water pushed it up because
But
it was
how would
muddy.
that happen? If the water's going to push up the mud, wouldn't it push up all the mud?
What was compressed, it pushed it up.
Yeah, but pushed it up past
Yeah,
the dirt.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
Might have caused an air bubble or
I mean,
whatever.
physics
to
is a
push it
wonderful
up.
thing, but I don't think it's that wonderful.
I don't know. I'm just making a suggestion. Don't yell at me. I got feelings, and I took them from Tim.
I can hear you, Denny. Can anybody hear Denny? Please let us know if you can hear Denny in the chat. Can you hear Denny, Bill?
Yeah, but he breaks up now and then.
Go ahead and talk, Denny. I don't hear him either. He's broken up.
Yeah.
I see him talking, and I see his head. He's moving around, but I don't hear him at all. Somebody seriously doesn't want us talking about this.
No. I think the government. It's a conspiracy.
Seriously, I'm starting to wonder.
I'm going with that.
Can I say
There you go. There you go.
There you went.
Yes.
Can he hear you?
Okay, now is what I like to say to that answer is then the other photo, the same aren't like that. Only one print, and that's a sex scene, an inverted footprint in that area. Only one of them.
That's insane. Did everybody hear that?
I did.
I have him up to the computer, so I'm not sure if everybody's hearing it. Like I have the phone like right there.
No, can you hear me now?
You break up from time to time, but we can get you. So what Denny's saying is that only one of those footprints was popped up out of the ground. The rest of them were pushed down in. Hello.
I can't hear anybody.
Oh,
Because none of us are talking.
yeah.
Now, like I said, I have no explanation as to why other footprints that were taken that same day weren't like that. There was only one like that.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
like I said, I've seen it before. Only one footprint was found before like that. I have a picture of that.
Yeah, I don't hear.
That's kind of odd.
That's very odd.
Well, Denny, it goes for Kinzu. That's all I can say. It goes for Kinzu. All this strange stuff that does happen up there.
I'm going to try and call him on Facebook on my computer so that maybe we can hear him better. I'm hoping. Because maybe if he comes through my speakers and the computer, maybe we can hear him.
Yeah.
Denny, can you hear me? Okay. I just heard him say, wow. Hello. I thought maybe if I put you on my computer in Facebook Messenger, maybe people could hear you. Why, thank you.
We can't. We can't hear him.
You can't hear him still? You can't hear him?
Nope.
Jesus, this is awful. That's it. We're just going to have to go to Denny's house and we're going to have to...
we got to bring him down here to do the podcast and then go back to his place and research.
He's saying, call me. Okay, hold on. All right, let's disconnect here because this isn't working.
And I got about 10 minutes and I got to fly.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let me see where my contacts are. Denny Viglo. Denny. Oh, why is he calling me now?
Hello.
Hello. Is that better, guys?
I can hear him.
My phone is all the way up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good Lord. Oh.
He's breaking up.
I think someone or something just doesn't want me talking about that on your podcast.
I think so, because this is our second attempt.
Okay, wait a minute. He sounds like he's in the space station. Did he go astronaut on us?
No, he's on speakerphone.
Oh, wait a minute. You again, that's probably want to disconnect you. You sure?
Yep, still here.
Okay. I don't want to disconnect it.
So Denny, one of the craziest stories you told me when I was out there that day, you asked me if I use glow sticks, which I thought was very interesting because it was the first time that I brought glow sticks with me on an expedition and I had not used them before. And you told me a very interesting story that I still think about every time I look at those glow sticks. Can you share that story with us?
I use glow sticks at night only, but there was two people that come down from Pittsburgh, and we went out at night, and up towards the circle area, and we could actually see the top. Where it wasn't jungly, it was all open up because it was in the fall. You could see all around us. As soon as we started up, everything started to change. So I took the glow sticks out, and I put one here as we were walking on, one here, one here, one here. After about an hour and a half to 2 hours, walking aimlessly back and forth, we couldn't find any of the glow sticks. Only one glow stick, and we did not leave the area. When I say walking around, I meant we're trying to find the top. We could see when we first started out, we could actually see the top and everything, and you could see perfectly from the bottom to the top. As soon as we started in, the scenery started changing like a jungle. That's when I got the glow sticks out, and I think it was every 10, 15 feet, I break the glow stick, hang it in the tree. Breaking one, hang it. This went on till we got to a certain. Now, this area is supposed to be probably, I would say, on the road 5 minutes to get up to the first flat, and then another maybe 4 or 5 minutes to get to actually where the circle is. Okay, we never found the circle there, and we only found one glow stick. And when we come out of the woods, we were about a quarter mile to a mile from where we started in the opposite direction, and I could not explain it. I tried to tell them, apologize to the people calling. I said, we didn't go anywhere. So that's the reason I use the glow sticks, because if I'm by myself and it's dark, I always do the glow sticks because the scenery has a tendency to change. How does it change?
The darkness it changes.
This area, you're breaking up, but I'll try to answer you the best I can. Okay, you can walk in. Is it okay now? Is he done? I can't really make him out.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Who am I talking to anyway?
We're talking to me and Bill and
John?
about no Bill.
Okay. Now is what I'm talking about. The scenery changes. Okay, I'm going to give you a good example, and there's been on 2 occasions I've had a witness with me. I have a big red backpack. Of course, I'm switching over because it's holy now. But I went up in this area, and even during the daytime, I've taken, the ribbon, the pink or the orange ribbon that they put on trees for logging and stuff.
Yeah.
Every so many feet, when I go to put a camera up, I tie one of these, usually in this one area, because it changes quick when it does. And we were up there this time twice, and the other guy, I don't know if I can, I'm sure he's admitted it, but we went up there, and it was in the springtime, and there was nothing on, no growth, okay, on the trees, in the shrubbery and stuff. So as we walked along, he wanted to know why I was putting these ribbons. I said, if this thing opens up while we're walking, I said, everything's going to disappear. I didn't hear him.
Yeah, we're both shaking our head and agreeing with you.
Denny,
Okay.
up there in your area, it changes during the day and during the night. It's crazy.
That is correct. That is correct. Okay, now here's the fun part. We walked maybe I would say 100 feet from where the backpack was. Now, remind you, there's nothing blocking the view. As we're walking along, I'm placing these ribbons. We turned slightly and maybe walked about 15 feet, and I put the camera up. I turned back, and we were walking back, and we found the one I put where we turned in and made about 15, 20 foot before I put the camera. That ribbon was visible. From there on in, all the ribbons disappeared, and so did the backpack. It took us almost an hour and 15 minutes before that backpack reappeared, and everything was back to normal. I can't explain it. It's happened
2 times to me. And at nighttime, when this stuff happens, it is, if you're by yourself, it is scary.
Denny, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think
I'm listening.
when you lost those ribbons and that, do you think you went through a portal?
When I lost 2?
When you lost the ribbons, when you stopped seeing the ribbons, do you think you walked through a portal?
Yes. That's the only thing I can explain. And the other weird thing is there's no cell phone service in this area. When whatever this is goes on, I can call my wife and I can talk to her. And the first time it happened, she wanted to know where I was because I was crystal clear. But thereafter, when I'm up there by myself and I call, she knows exactly what's going on. She knows that there's no phone service. So when I'm able to call her and it sounds just like I'm standing outside, she says, it's opened again. I said, yeah, it's open again. I says, I don't understand why it does that, but it's open again. And there was a guy from up not your way, up towards Pittsburgh that come down. And there was 2 of them that happened, but the one guy, I won't mention his name because he's who knows, but
I know who you're talking about.
It's not real time. And I explained to him, I said, now listen, I said, I don't want you to panic, but I said, there is a good chance that if this portal opens up, everything that you see now is going to be different. I said, just don't panic. Well, we were standing there, and you could see the path getting smaller and smaller.
Oh my
I
God.
said, oh. I said, it's starting to open. And I said, but I'm going to make sure. I said, literally, I said, I can't call my wife because this is a dead zone. I called her and she said, and we started talking just like crystal clear. Next thing I know, I turn around and I see this guy on his hands and knees. He's praying to God. He says, oh, dear God, don't let anything happen. I said, listen. I said, John, relax. I said, 15, 20 minutes, half hour top. I said, everything that's supposed to be here is going to be back again. I said, then we'll be able to walk out of here. I said, but then the funny thing is, a road appeared. He said, oh, let's take that road. And I said, no. I said, that doesn't really exist.
Oh my
here.
God.
I said, I have no idea where I'm going to go. Now you have to understand, we cut to the right, okay? A little, maybe, I would say maybe 2 minutes we walked to the right on this road. In the road, swung back around and followed where we come from. You know, it was 2 different roads. We come out of the woods at least a half a mile or better away from the car. Yet we did not walk more than 2 minutes. And when we headed back, which would be going back to where we come from, we ended up to before where the car was parked, heading out of the area. As we hiked back, this guy was so scared. Honest to God, he was afraid to go anywhere and move anything. And to this day, he will not talk to us. He won't. Dan will tell you the same thing. He was a friend of Dan's there, and he refuses. And we're told by his parents, don't call no more, that he's not interested in this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Denny, I told them when you wasn't able to connect about some of the pictures that you had of trees moving and like through a portal. I told them about it, that the ones I looked at of yours. Yeah.
No, and
That's why I asked, do you think that you
sure
went
of
through a
that.
portal there? Because that is very interesting. but I got to run. I'm needed up at the house. Gwen, thank you for having me jump in.
You're welcome.
Denny, I'll be getting a hold of you soon here after Christmas to talk.
Okay, you got my phone number then?
Yes, sir. I still got it.
Okay.
All right.
This is Bill, right?
Yep, it's Bill Rigby.
Okay.
All right. Good night, all.
Tell them I said bye. Good night, all.
Night. So, Denny, one of our viewers wants to know if you've ever lost any time on these things.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I have. It is some weird stuff that goes on there. Let me see. I've been up there in am I breaking up?
Nope.
I just got a message on me.
Yep, you're good. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it happened. It's happened twice, but the one I can think of the most, it's in that. I do believe it's in the book. When my daughter and I were up there, and we're up at what they call the upper reservoir.
Yeah.
The night started off. There's a logging road up there on 259 that is never usually open. Well, it was open. So we drove down the logging road. I hope you guys can hear.
Yeah, I have you on a speaker, so yeah.
Drove down the logging road and got out of the car, and at the she was very psychic. I mean, there was different things that she could sense, and then I could sense at the time. So we drove down the logging road, and we both got out of the car, and it was stone quiet. And she said, "We can't stay here, Dad." She says, "We need to leave and go somewhere else. There's something evil here that I can feel." He says, she asked me if I could feel, and I said, "Yeah, I feel like I'm being watched." And I said, it's not a good feeling. So we got in the car, we drove back, and there was another little pull off heading back up towards the upper reservoir, which was on the left-hand side. We pulled into that. We got out of the car. We were going to camp there, and the same thing happened. She said, "We're not supposed to be here, Dad. We need to go." And she said, "Let's go to the upper reservoir." I said, "Okay." We got out of there. Everything was fine a whole night until this is what happened. I would say we threw a tarp on the ground there. I don't know. This is what I can remember. I don't know what I put in the book, but we're laying on the ground, and the first thing is, over the upper reservoir, off in the distance, were these lights coming out of the sky. They were red and white. So we didn't think nothing of it. So I would say about an hour later, the lights had moved closer, and we're laying there. It's probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So we go back to sleep, and we're awakened again. I would say between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. The lights are now above the upper reservoir, and the field that we're laying in filled up with these multicolored balls that were floating around us. And she said, "We got to get out of here, Dad." And I said, "Okay." We couldn't move. Something was holding us fast, so we could not move to get up and go. Well, the next morning when we awoke, we usually get up about 7 or before 7, and we'll take an hour or two hike. We would do that. Well, this particular morning, when we woke up, we were both headfirst into our sleeping bags. Our clothes were on wrong. And,
oh my God.
And we both had marks on our body. And she said, "Did they take us?" I said, "I sure as hell ain't going to climb into the sleeping bag head first when I don't I want my head out where I can see. We were both in the sleeping bag. Clothes were on inside out, or something wasn't right with the clothing, and we had these strange marks on our arms. Oh. And to this day, which I can prove, I don't know if they, but the other one happened at the house, but another one, but I've actually got implants in my leg, and they took x-rays, and I had the x-rays of the implants.
Oh my God.
I've got 2 of them. Is
that in the book, Denny?
So I don't know if I put that in there. But I do have, and I'd be more than happy to post them if I can figure out how to, post them, the x-rays and stuff. But I've been had.
That's incredible.
Is there any question?
No, I think everybody's captivated. Everybody's just listening.
I've seen things. If you people can hear me, I have seen things by myself and with other people. The other people that have seen it will not go back up there. But I've been up there by myself, and I've seen things. Unless you've seen them yourself, you would probably think I'm lying to you. In that book, everything in that book's truth. I mean, I don't know what else to say that if you hang around long enough, Dan and them have experienced some stuff up there too. And there's someone else that lives out towards Pittsburgh that said, I'll come up and visit you again, which, like I said, I'm not going to mention these people, but he says, I will not go into those woods with you.
That's incredible.
He says, we're done. He said, that's another story, but it's a quick one. But if you want, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
So this gentleman, we'll call Bob. Like I said, these aren't these people names. I'm just protecting them.
Yeah.
And he says, we go up. He says they come up this. He'd heard some of my stories, and we'd been up there before. And I told him, okay, they were recoating the upper reservoir, blacktopping and putting tar on it so it wouldn't leak.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that. So they had a porta-john there, and I had to use a porta-john. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but I had to use a porta-john. While I'm sitting there, I heard bam, bam across this 2-lane road. Two steps is all I heard. And I yelled, occupied. So I kind of, tried to hurry a little bit. And I said, John and Bob, or whatever I call them, I said, go down the blacktop road there. Go down the blacktop going around the upper reservoir. And I said, there's a picnic table by a ranger's hut. Okay, I said, you stay there and I'll meet you there. I said, by the time you get there, I'll be on my way. And this is honest God's truth. And like I said, he will not go in. He says, I'll come up and visit you. He says, you stay the hell out of the woods. I won't go with you.
Oh, wow.
I see him coming back. Sorry. And I said, you didn't have to come back. I said, I was telling him, I said, what's up? He says, we can't go down there. Why not? He says, I come around that bend by that picnic table, and he says, there it stood. We're staring at each other. He said, it had to have been about 8 foot tall. It looked at me, and I looked at it, and it turned, and I turned. He says, I said, well, what? It was a Bigfoot? He says, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that what you want? Yeah. I said, isn't that what you come up here to see? I said, why is it people come up here to see, and when they see it, they don't want nothing to do with it. They want to get they don't want to show up anymore. But that's honest God's truth.
Oh my God.
Dan will vouch for that too. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hagman.
Yeah.
He'll vouch for that too, because he knows the guy too. So, and there was another story about that area up there that happened from a guy. Well, actually, he goes to the meetings now.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he'll talk about it, but once again, I won't say his name, but he come up, and we went up there, and we're up by Rimrock again. And I told him, I tell everybody when we're in Rimrock, don't panic if the scenery changes. It goes back to normal. Everything goes back to normal. Don't get afraid. I said, don't panic on me. So this guy comes up there, and we're walking the path, and you could see all around us. I mean, you could see 360. There was no problem. So I walked off the path and took a whiz, and he took a whiz, and he was facing the other direction, and turned around, and he says, "Where's the path?" I said, "We're in trouble." I said,
Uh-oh.
I says, "It opened again." And he says, he panicked. I mean, he thought I was crazy. He said, he even went as far as said, "Well, I got him lost." I said, "We didn't go anywhere." I said, "When we come in, we can see all around us." I said, "In front of us, all around us, it's like a jungle."
Oh my God.
I mean, there's bushes and stuff, shrubbery, covering our heads. And it was like fighting. We had to fight through this stuff. And he tried to tell me we had to go this way, and I'm telling him, no, we don't want to go that way. I think we started. It was dark, and so we started back, and we finally got out of the jungle. And I looked at him. I said, "We're not in the right place." I said. He says, "Oh, no, we got to be." I said, No. I said, "I've been doing this for over 20 years. I said, I know without even using the flashlight how to find my way out of here." I said, "This isn't where we're supposed to be."
Oh, my God.
So I no sooner said that, and we could hear footsteps. And you could hear them following us. We stopped the footsteps. You couldn't hear them. So I whipped around with the flashlight. Didn't see anything. Started walking, heard the footsteps again. He pulls out a gun. I said, "Put it away." He said, "No." I said, "Listen, I can outrun your ass." I said, "Put it away." I said, "If it wanted us," I said, "it's going to get us no matter." I said, "We don't have any gun." I said, "We have nothing to beat it to death." I said, "If it wants us," I said, "it doesn't give a hoot. It's just curious." Yeah. So, an hour later, hiking. Now, this is on flat land. This isn't going up and down hills. So that's what made it confusing for me. So we get to this place, and all of a sudden we're on a riverbed thing. And I'm thinking, geez, I don't know what this is. Then I see a bridge. And I recognize the bridge as Red Bridge. I said, "I know where we're at." I said, "But that's impossible." He said, "What do you mean it's impossible?" I said, "Listen," I said, "from where we're at to where we're at, from where we're at now and from where we come from is over 11 miles. I said, we could not have walked in an hour and a half, 11 miles.
No.
I said, that's all uphill and downhill, uphill and downhill. I said, we didn't go up no hill."
Oh my God.
And he said, so we ended up staying there. And here's where the fun part comes. So daylight comes, and we head back to where we could hear the road, which is the Longhouse Drive Road. Okay. So we start back to get onto that. So like I knew where we were, but I didn't know how the hell we got there. So as we're walking back, we run into these old 14, 15-inch long foot tracks that followed us. He says, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No." I said, "That was what followed you." I said, "It could have had us."
Yeah.
I said, it doesn't give a hoot about it. I said, it's just curious. I said, so we flagged down the ranger. This is where things start to get kind of screwy. We flagged down a ranger, and he said, asked us, what's up? And I said, well, we're lost somehow. I don't know how we got back. He said, and we got talking. He says, do you own this car? And he described the car, my car, where it was parked. I said, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll get in. I'll give you a ride. He has to get the call on there. And then as soon as we get out there, oh, by the way, that wasn't your car. We're looking for somebody else. I said, why? I said, when we pulled in there, we were the only car there. I said, I didn't know at the time. My wife had actually come up and blown the horn so we could hear it, and we couldn't hear anything. It was dead quiet.
Oh my
God. We get back to the ranger station, and this is where it was odd. Is we walk through the door, and all of a sudden, every little nook and cranny where there were people, everybody come out and stared at us. And I asked the ranger, "Is this the welcoming committee or what?" I said, you would figure these people would be going about whatever they're doing, but every room, and they come out and they were looking at us.
Oh my God.
Okay. But he tried to say that it wasn't our car that he described, but it was the car. And there was no one else. They were looking for us. See, they must have some kind of a censoring device when that opens up, because we've been kicked out of those woods twice. They knew exactly where to find us. And for them to know exactly where we're camped. And the one time, well, both times, my friends that I worked with, happened to him, they threatened to impound his car just like they did to us. They said we'd have to pay court costs and everything unless we left. We left. But my friend was a little bit more tactical. The guy kept it up, and they did this. They found him at, he said it was past midnight. He said the guy they heard coming through the woods, and he flashlight and shined it on him, said, "You guys have to leave your stuff and come on, you got to get out of the woods." He said, "Well, we're not going anywhere. We're legally camped." He said, "Well, you're leaving now." He says, "I'm telling you, you have to leave now." He says, "No, we're not going nowhere." And he says, "Yes, you are." He says, "Okay." After they argued, he said, for about 5 minutes, he says, after they argued for about, what's that?
I didn't say anything. We're all listening.
Okay, after this went on for about 5 minutes, my friend, the friend that he had was camping with us, says, "Okay, we'll leave. One condition," he says. He said the guy gave him, what? He says, "Is all you got to do," he says, "is produce an ID saying you're the forest ranger, a state cop, or some kind of a government person." He says, "If not," he said he had his gun sitting on it in his, he says, "You better get your ass out here. You're going to be in deep trouble." He said, but he said that guy turned and walked away, and as he's walking away, he says, "I will get even with you too."
Oh my God.
He threatened him. And we yielded to them. We left.
Wow.
But he said, that's the honest to God's truth, people. That has actually happened. Those woods are alive. I can tell you that. They monitor them. I have seen, I don't know if you know what glow tacks are.
Yeah.
There are places there are a glow tack in trees that go, but if they aren't on the path, they actually go different places. Of course, I hate to say this, but I always take them. I use them. What the hell?
Oh my God, that's
so I took. I don't know how many glow tacks I took.
You rebel, you.
Oh, I know. I'm a real pisser.
Well, when I come out in the spring, when I come out there, I'm coming out with 2 military guys.
Oh, why?
Oh, because they're my friends and I trust them immensely. And
do they work for the government?
No. They're
When
ex-military.
you say military, are they out of the military and have nothing to do with the government?
Yes.
Of course, I'm military and I'm out of it. I'm not associated with.
Okay.
There's only one thing I ask.
What's that? Shoot.
If you're bringing a gun, if you bring a gun, keep it concealed.
Oh, absolutely. I would never.
If you want to see Bigfoot, and if there's a chance, if he sees that gun, he said, I've never had any problem with up there. I've actually, I don't know. There's so many things that have happened up there. That's why I wrote the book.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think anybody would. And like I said in the book, unless you see it yourself,
yeah,
it may seem almost impossible. But if you spend enough time, you will see.
Well,
you might go up there, and the first time, it happened to me the first time I was brought up there, something odd and strange go on, okay?
Yeah.
But you may go up there 10 times, and nothing will happen. But you'll be, if you have any, if you're able to sense different things, when this stuff's going to happen, you'll be able to sense stuff.
Well, I'm very sensitive, so I'm hoping that this is going to pan out.
It all depends. I mean, the depend is, do you want to go in the woods there and be at the mercy of nature, or do you want to be where there's other people? Because I'm telling you, the less that go into the woods, the better your chances are.
Right, right.
So if you bring, I'm just saying if there's 4 people, if 2 will go one way and 2 go the other way, and you have walkie-talkies, that would be good.
Absolutely.
But if you start putting 5, 6, some of these people want to come up and they want to go into the woods with a half a dozen, no.
No. We would break off into 2.
I don't want response.
Yeah.
And the only thing you really got to remember, and I stress this, if we're separated and this opens up, just remember, stay away from anything that looks like a black hole.
Okay.
And I've seen the black hole, which is about 10 foot in diameter.
Wow.
I was actually close enough that I threw stuff into it and watched stuff disappear. I have seen that. But just don't move. If there's no danger, don't move. Like I said, within 15 minutes to half hour or so, everything goes back to normal. But if you hear anything strange coming, I'd like help. I have heard some strange sounds, and I've been with one person that has seen this creature. And he said, when we were camped that one night, he's beating out the fire, handing me a gun, and he's saying, and we're jumping into this little gully, like probably about 2 or 3 foot high, and he says, don't move, don't make a sound. And we heard this thing run by, which was on another path, and we heard it square away with the deer, and heard this bones cracking sound, like bones being broke. And then we heard this thing walk back, and then he said, I didn't know at the time what the hell it was. And he said, we got to get out of here. He says, we need to go now. He says, grab everything and we have to leave. I said, what's going on? What's going on? He says, I'll tell you, we got to get to the car. You get to the car, and these is what he told me. I said, what the hell was that? I said, he says, you're not going to believe it unless you see it yourself. I said, what the hell was it? He says, are you ready? I said, yeah. He said, it's prehistoric. He said, it doesn't belong. It comes from another time. I said, no. He said, oh, yeah. He says, It comes from another time. It doesn't belong here. And from that one opening that I seen up there in those cave dwellings that I talk about in the book,
Yeah.
it had to come from that time. And this will open at different times, this thing. And evidently whatever's on the other side of that or knows it has so much time to get its butt back into the hole. But usually there's either a strange fog. If you're up there by yourself and you see a strange fog and everything's clear around you, and I'm hoping, I'm trusting you that when you come up here every time, you let me know.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not that I don't want to crash your party. It's that I know different things that you don't know.
Right.
You know, I've seen different things, and I don't want to think that they're going to go and they're going to have a searching party because you wandered off, and I don't know where the hell they go. I mean, when they cut, I can only tell you that when we wandered through, we were lucky that we ended, even though it took us about an hour and a half, we could have never enough. I'll take you over that road. It's all uphill. Have you been on Longhouse Drive Road?
No, I haven't. Nope.
Okay. It goes up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill. We never went up the hill or down the hill. We were in a straight thing, and it's 11 miles, and there's just no way in hell. Yeah, anybody, unless they're speed walking, I don't think is going to cover that much area in an hour and a half.
I don't even think speed walking you'd cover that in an hour and a half. 11 miles? That's a lot.
But that's just some of the things. I mean, I've seen strange lights come out of the sky and hover. And I've actually got, I don't know, was there a video with that book you bought, Gwen?
You gave me a DVD, and it's in my office somewhere, but I'm not sure where it's at. I have not watched it yet, but I want to. In fact, I'm looking for it right now.
Okay, well, that's okay. But you're going to see somewhere. 2 UFO sightings up in that area. You're going to see one over the water, which is where that long bridge is. It crosses the water.
Yeah.
Where the marina is.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to see a video there. You'll be able to see it changing shapes on that video, and then the other one is on what they call Rimrock Morrison Trail.
Okay.
And there you'll see a bank of lights come on, and that's another story. But
wow,
that's just some of the things. There's footprints in there. You'll see the footprints. Let's see it. Oh, and you'll see the lake creature.
Oh, wow.
I actually got a video of the lake. Yeah. I think it's number 5 in the videos.
Oh, my God. I'm definitely looking at
the videos are labeled what they are. One is UFO and Rimrock Morrison Trail, UFO and Kinzuk Point. Yes, Kinzu Nesty from Rimrock area. You can actually see a flipper come out of the water and see this thing change direction. And the video was shot in October, so there's no boats. There were no boats. We could see from where we are. We could see where I was videoing, and if I'd been closer, you would have got a heck of a nice, better video. But we were probably a mile or so away, straight across. Not going through the woods or anything, looking down or better. And that's what you're seeing. You'll actually see the head come out of the water.
Oh, wow.
Freeze frame it, whatever you want to do. Make sure you're able. I don't have the stuff to make it big. Yeah, I mean, I can make it big, but I mean, I can't get a good clear. Right. I don't have a good system to let me clear up anything. So if you have any need to clear up the video, maybe you can,
Yeah.
But that's basically it. It's got 60 pictures.
Oh my
trees that move that shouldn't move. freeze it, and you can actually, there's a picture of a tree that is actually reappearing or disappearing. You can see through it.
Oh my God.
All it, like I said, then my prized possession is the one with the bear that disappears. That's in the book. Where the bear disappears, it has the same time stamp, right down to the same second. The bear's here, and there's some kind of a wire fence in front of it. The bear disappears, and so does the wire fence.
Oh my God. I gotta watch
That's in there too.
I'm digging for it. It was on my desk just 2 weeks ago.
I might have to order some more books. I don't know how many people are going to be interested. Right now, I think I've got 5 books left out of 100.
Oh my goodness.
So I will hold them for whoever first come, first serve. But,
yeah.
You have the book and the video, so
yes, I do.
Everybody, you can put them on there and show the people,
Okay.
Run the video and frame the video and put the pictures on your webpage so they can see them.
Absolutely. Yep.
I myself have a hell of a time, and you've seen, I have a hell of a time just it's in the book on the front or the back, I'm not sure, of all the trouble we had doing this book.
Oh my
The first guy did it, lost all his information, and it took him, I forget, almost a month, he said, and he had a business he had to use his computer for. He finally got it back up, and he said that, and he mentioned Strange Kinzu, and I got a different publisher, and her computer went down the first time she tried to type it up, and then she got it fixed, and then the next time it went down, she called the computer geeks, asked her what the hell she was doing and how to, they never seen a mess like this on a computer, and they put a special thing on this. Now this is her talking to me, and it should be in the book, part of it, and they asked her what was going on, and she said that she was printing a book, and it was dealing with the Kinzu Dam area, and one of the computer geeks was off the reservation, and they looked at her and he said, "Oh, Tina, not again."
Oh my God.
And the final time she tried to finally, it took it 4 times, but the 3rd time it took out her printer. I'm not talking about a little a little printer. I'm talking about a 4 model printer, and she had to get a new one.
Oh my
God. It destroyed it.
That's crazy.
He said, "I've never, ever have seen anything." He said, and those people there that come down to fix the computer said they have never run into anything like this before.
That's incredible.
So is it the curse? Oh, and look at us. I mean, I haven't been able to get on your thing. My computer goes absolutely, when I try to get all of you, I mean, it's that, to get on your podcast there, I got my picture on there and that was it.
Yeah.
And then it says there's a problem.
Oh my God.
And I don't know how many tries I tried, and every time it popped up, there's a problem. That's why I went into so if you want to do a podcast and maybe go through Facebook and use the other thing, we can try it. I mean, this is fine. I mean, or, I don't know how you work your meetings and stuff.
Yeah, usually on StreamYard, but I mean, we can do one. We can do on Facebook Live, or we can do a Facebook meeting, or we can do a Zoom even, if the Zoom will work.
Anything but that one. We tried once. I had a couple of other people we've tried to do that one, and we didn't have no trouble.
No luck.
With them doing it, but I had no problem at all with using Facebook, you know, the one we use.
Interesting.
We've had three to four way conversations, you know, with the screen splits and you can see everybody.
Right.
I don't know how many you can stick on that, but I mean, at least you'd be able to hear it.
Right, right. That's incredible.
No, it's like I actually got a videotape of my car light going on and off at 2 or 3 o'clock, and I think it was around 4 or so. By themselves, on and off, on and off.
Oh my gosh.
So I put my car is down by the garage now, and I put my tractor up there, and damned if that tractor didn't do that.
Oh my.
I actually had to go up and disconnect the 4-ways because it would turn on the 4-ways.
Oh my God.
I turn them off and I walk away, and I look up 5 minutes later and the 4-ways are going again. So finally I had to disconnect them. Disconnect the 4-ways because I couldn't shut them off. I go to that house, the 4-way, you know, and 4-ways would be off, and look out the window, 4-ways are on again.
Oh my God.
I have the key in my hand. I have no idea.
That's incredible.
That's weird.
Very weird.
You're going to see a picture, honest to God. I want to know what your opinion is, okay?
Okay.
But our security camera caught what looks to be a fairy.
Oh my God.
On the camera.
Is it in the video?
That's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what page it's on. It is in the book, though. Let me know if you find it, if you're looking for it.
I'm looking for it right now. Because I have the book in front of me.
Everything, all those pictures are true. I wouldn't know the first thing about doctoring anything. There should be 10 pictures in there. 10 pages, 10 pages that have pictures, foot tracks, trees, and the fairies in there, and the bears in there.
Yeah, I think here's the bear picture. I think.
All right. Did you get any snow?
Very, very little.
Oh, Jesus.
Very little snow.
We had snow up our asses. That's not nice to laugh at that.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking better you than me because I'm not a snow person. I don't like to be cold.
Oh.
Although I'm buying a heated vest so I can go out in the woods in the wintertime and be comfortable. I'm looking for this fairy picture and I can't freaking find it.
All right, I got a book.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, you found it?
No, I'm trying. There's the mutilated deer. Oh, geez Louise.
Maybe it's only in the video. I was sure it was in there.
I don't see it. I'm flipping page for
Yeah,
page.
there must be just in
the video.
Videos.
Okay, I'll have to watch the video because I am super intrigued right now. Huh.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Because I have read the book. Dave, I hope you
anything you have questions on?
I hope, well, Dave just said to me, I'm watching that old doll behind you. I'm waiting for it to move. You're going to think this is funny, Dave. I was on somebody else's podcast the other day, and there was a psychic in the chat, and he told me that there's a man attached to my doll. And he told me her name is Betty Lou, the doll. And now she freaks me out. I'm not going to lie, because now I look at her and she looks like she's staring into my soul. And now I'm kind of uncomfortable with her. So I'm also watching her in the background to see if she moves. Because if she moves, I'm going through the wall to get out of here because I have to walk past her to leave this room. There's going to be a new window in my office. Because I'm going right through the wall to leave here. Yeah. Told me that there's an old man living inside my doll. I'm not sure what that's about, but if she moves, I'm freaking out. I'm telling you right now, I'm out. Because I don't like dolls to begin with. I don't even know what possessed me to buy this doll. She was just way too cool, and I had to bring her home. And now, she's been here a year and a half, and now I find out somebody's living inside of her. I'm kind of freaked out about that. But she's beautiful, so I don't know. Nothing bad's happened yet. Nothing bad has happened yet, so I don't know. Sometimes I come in here and I think her head wasn't turned like that before. And then I know ain't nobody in here moving her around, but I'm like, I don't think her head looked like that the last time I was in here. I don't know. But it is creepy looking though, isn't it? Well, her name's Betty, so there's my doll. Yeah. So I've been creeped out all week.
Well, at least you've seen the deer, not being the bear, right?
True. Well, Denny, I'm going to have to get off here because I got to go to work in the morning. But holy shit. That's all I got else.
But you go on there, when you get a chance, go on there and the
I will.
Barry should be in that.
And if with your permission, I'll share some of these videos and stuff on our YouTube page and our Facebook page so that people can see them. So I'll keep all of our watchers involved, and I will make sure you guys know when stuff gets posted for you to see. That video, I'm not kidding, that disc was right here on my desk, and now I can't find it.
That's weird.
It was right here because I had every intentions of watching it, but I've been working a lot of extra hours lately and haven't gotten to do anything. And I was like, now I don't know where the hell the video is, but I know it's here. I just got to find it. But I don't know where the hell it went.
Well, I have extra in case you don't.
Okay. So, Denny, I'm going to be getting a hold of you in the next few weeks because I want to nail some dates down and make sure that we can get out there because I really, really, really am intrigued by these stories and I want to see some of this stuff, honestly.
Now, if we come out and do a podcast, you have to what you have to do is you have to let me know when there's a hotel or motel close enough because that's it's about 4 hours.
Yeah.
What's it take you to get down there?
About 4 or 4.5 hours.
Yeah. So if we come, is what I'm saying. We might want to spend the night before so we can watch the program. And then how long does it usually last?
How long does what last?
The
podcast usually lasts about an hour.
No, not your podcast. Oh. Your lecture. You have a yearly gathering where you have guest speakers and stuff.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Now, how long does that go? Say from 8 to 10 and 8 in the morning to 10 in the afternoon. How long does that last?
The festival?
Yeah.
It goes from 9 in the morning to 6 at night.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, do you have a place where videos can be set up
Yes.
and viewed?
Yep.
Okay.
I bought a 70-inch
I guess
TV.
that's all. I guess that's all I wanted to know.
Yep.
Other than I'll have to know where I can stay.
Yep. You can stay here with us.
If you have a campground or something, you know.
Well, we have a camper in our yard, and I camp in the yard here. So you're more than welcome to stay right here at our house. We have a spare bedroom, so you can have that if you'd like.
Well, I'm staying here.
Yeah.
My wife would be coming with me, so
Absolutely. Bring her along.
Yeah, because we usually house the dogs at the thing, so we don't have to worry about them.
Right. Yep. We'll get all that worked out.
So. All right. Well, you have a good night. Nice talking to you, and I hope everybody, if they have questions, send them to Strange Kin Zoo, and then I can answer their questions.
You got it.
Unless you invite me in on your webpage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we'll put an ad up for it so that people can get to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Catch you later. Have a good night.
Thank you, Denny. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Oh, I thought he was done and he wasn't done. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us tonight. I'm sorry about the audio and video issues. Seriously, every time I try to get Denny on this podcast, shit just goes off the rails. And it doesn't happen with anybody else. It only happens when I'm trying to get Denny on this show. This is, take 2, according to the description of this show tonight, is take 2. And I have a feeling we're going to have a take 3 because he's got so much more to talk about, and we just didn't have the time because of all of the issues. But we will get working on that. But once I find that freaking video that I have here somewhere, I know it's in this office, I will get that up, and I will make sure that all of you know that it's there so you can all go see it. And when we go out there in April, this is not a lie, we are going to be documenting every single second of this trip. There'll be a GoPro on the front of me, a GoPro on the back of me. I know everybody else is bringing their equipment. We're going to have stopwatches and watches and glow sticks and video cameras. And we want to get every second of this trip, and we want to document everything that we can possibly document. So you're going to hear more about this trip as we come up to it. We're not going to give the exact details out about where we're going or when exactly the dates that we're going, because I really don't want a bunch of people screwing up with the research. But you guys will be the first to know when we get back, because you guys will be the first to see all of the stuff that we collect while we are there. So I thank everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate you sticking with us through the complications, and we'll see you next time. As soon as I get the exit video up. There we go.
This has been a CA